What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm joined by Spin More Reaction.
What up,
Chris,
though?
Nicholas Koloff. Smash the like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Brian Branch is the best defensive player on the Detroit Lions. I love Aiden Hutchinson. I love every Detroit Lion.
Yeah.
Brian Branch, he might be my favorite on defense.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I think Brian Branch is the best player on the Detroit Lions defense. I think Brian Branch is the third best player on the Detroit Lions. I'll put him behind Penny and Amon-Ra, but he's so good, dude. He is so good. He's all over the place. He's in the run game. He's guarding one-on-ones. He's playing zone. He's playing safety. He's blitzing. He's getting to the quarterback, getting sacks. This guy is a one-man defense. It's so impressive to watch him out there. You talk about it all the time, Easy. His play recognition and instincts are unmatched when you talk about safeties in the National Football League. You look at the lists he's on, and it's Brian Branch and Ed Reed, Brian Branch and John Lynch, Brian Branch and Troy Polamalu. These are the only guys that have done this in like 90 years in the National Football League. This guy is undeniably a top 2 safety in the National Football League. He is so good. The fact that he wasn't a top 100 player is
criminal,
laughable. And this guy is kind of on a warpath. And we know, like Easy said, super respectful, super nice dude if you meet him on the street or talk to him. But when he steps on that field, he's a different fucking animal, man. And sometimes it's to his detriment. Sometimes it hampers the Detroit Lions a little bit. But the amount of plays he makes, whether it's tipping the ball away from people, punching out the ball twice on the same play, or absorbing DeAndre Swift and still sacking Caleb Williams, you'll accept him crashing out a couple times because he's that fucking good. Sorry for that bomb.
He's a couple flags away from like the media sucking on that thing. Like I know that sounded crazy to say. That's the only way I can think of. Like, he should be glazed just as much, if not more, than any other safety in the National Football League.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous. Like last week, with the pick six called back. This week he forced an interception for Terrion Arnold in his first one. And then there's this piece too. This is from the Detroit Lions PR. Brian Branch is the team's first defensive back since at least 1999 to produce a game with 5+ tackles, 2 TFLs, 1 sack, 1 pass deflection, and 1 forced fumble. By the way, had another forced fumble, but there was
two of them.
But there was a flag on the play and ended up taking the offensive penalty because it put him back because it was a catch at the end of the day. Brian Branch is just insanely good. I guess the best player in the Detroit Lions defense. It's a blessing that we have him.
Yeah.
Honestly. I mean, I don't even know what more to say.
There's nothing more.
It kind of is not more to say.
It's just he needs the national respect. And we saw it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the GMs and stuff ranked him number 3 or top 5 or whatever.
They ranked him 2.
2, yeah. So as he should be. Like when you talk about best safeties in the National Football League, you talk about Kyle Hamilton and you talk about Brian Branch. And then obviously you've got Kirby Joseph, you've got Xavier McKinney, and then Antoine Winfield or Derwin James, I would say, would round out the top 5. But
say you something, Chris.
Brian Branch is... Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see 1 and 2. Who's the better safety next week? Baltimore. Yeah. Brian Branch, Kyle Hamilton going at it.
Top 2.
I was going to say, is he better than Kyle Hamilton? I don't know. 2. But we're going to see who impacts the game more.
Yeah.
Brian Branch, I can't wait to see him. And Brian Branch is going to have a nasty hit on Derrick Henry in this game.
That's the other thing, too, for me with the Ben Johnson situation is, like, I remember specifically as a rookie, I was like, oh, we got CJ, DJ. They kind of play the same position. I don't know if Branch's going to see the field. They're probably training him. And then every day it's like, oh, Brian Branch picking in practice. All right. The next day, Brian Branch, another interception in practice. Oh, Brian Branch, 2 interceptions in practice. Oh, Brian Branch, sack in practice. Like, all right, I guess he's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's like he's been causing Ben, he's been like his personal fucking chaos demon since he's an offensive coordinator here. And he thought he'd fucking go to the Bears and the thing's going to be fucking sweet? Fuck no. Brian Branch took that shit personal. You thought your best chance, your best path to success is getting through this fucking team with that fucking guy? Brian Branch took that personal. Here's a video proof.
Were you guys motivated about the coach on the other side, Ben Johnson?
Very motivated. We know coming into this game that this is personal. Really, all these game personals. But this one was just, we felt like we've been, betrayed it from the staff to the players. And, we love Ben. We still love Ben. He's a great, coach. He's a great mastermind. But, yeah, it was time to get out there.
Wait, you said you felt what? Did you say betrayed? Or
Yeah.
That's a word? Okay. I wasn't
Because
sure
he
what you
was in
said.
Chicago or in division, you mean?
That's the guy you pissed off, Ben Johnson. That's going to be your boogeyman for the next decade or however long you last in Chicago. The guy that's flipping off the Packers fans, that's throwing Tucker Kraft's helmet, that's crashing out at pretty much any opportunity, but he's still so good he makes up for it. That's the guy you pissed off. And I would have. He's going to have nightmares of Brian Branch. Ben Johnson is going to be haunted by the ghost of safeties past because Brian Branch is going to be all over him as long as he's in Chicago.
Well, it's funny too because I remember thinking like Ben's a smart guy when he was like, I want to be decisive about the head coaching job I pick because typically you're going to a bad situation and those jobs you'd say how long you last. He has the media and it's like 4 years on average, something like that. So he was very selective about where he went. Yeah. He didn't want to be one of those one and done head coaches. You sign yourself up to face that guy like twice a year. Even the same conference. What were you thinking, Ben? Like where were you where's the genius part there? It's insane, man.
Pay him before he wins Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, without a flag, he would have had what he did yesterday on top of a pick six. Yeah. Dude, remember last week when he fell and he still fucking swept the guy with his fucking one hand while on the ground? I think it was Tucker Kraft, too. Like a giant fucking human.
He's so good.
He's so fucking... I love Brian Branch.
He's so much fun to watch, honestly. And to the fact that he fell to the second round because of his 40-yard dash speed when on the actual football field, he is literally shot out of a cannon like a, just a heat-seeking missile. Brian Branch is so much fun to watch. And I know it ended up being a blowout, but early in that game when he did cause that fumble, it was a huge momentum swing. Yeah. The Bears were driving a little bit early, so that was big time from Brian Branch, and one of the biggest reasons why they won the game is because of that fumble. Like, straight up. It completely changed Ford Field and the energy that was going on with it. It was awesome to see Brian Branch. I mean, what else can you say about this guy that you guys haven't already said? So it's tough, but it's honestly, it's so great to see Brian Branch on this team. Do you guys think that, he resets the market for safeties?
Yeah, for sure. He's that fucking good. Yep. If you guys go watch that fumble, and I wish I brought my computer. I screen recorded that one too. But I actually have it, but it's like vertical form. I can send it if you want. But the fumble, he was like back. Oh, yeah. Chilling at safety. That fumble happened at the line of scrimmage. Yeah. He just came through like a fucking demon.
And you talk about
pop the ball out.
All the tackles for loss he has. He had one in that in the Bears. He had more than the Bears game, but the one on third down where he comes in from the line and tackles DeAndre Swift in the backfield, like he just smells shit. Like he's back there, he's like, run play. Yeah. He just gets there and makes the tackle. He's so good,
watch Marcus Davenport's sack. You're like, hell yeah, Davenport, but you're like, you go pay attention. Who the fuck? Wait, was Branch there too? If Davenport did it again, you tell me Branch would have had 2 sacks in that game?
When you watch all of his coverage plays too, the guy he defends multiple players on pretty much every single coverage snap that he's in. Like he'll be on one guy, he's reading the quarterback's eyes, will bounce out to cover somebody else, then come back over there. Like
he's nuts, man.
He's so good, and he came into the league with a chip on his shoulder, and the Packers gave him to us.
He stayed the very next day to still get drafted on the stage. Remember, the only one.
Thanks, Gutenkos.
Yeah, that's the craziest part too. The Packers gave him.
He's lucky he got Michael Parsons because if he would have gave up Brian Branch and not got a guy like Michael Parsons,
been nuts. Would have been nuts.
Yesterday sealed. I'm getting a Brian Branch jersey.
That
was to me. It was all last season. It was either Branch or Amon-Ra. Those are my 2 guys. And I was like, I was like, man, no, Brian Branch, I will respectfully disagree and put Brian Branch even above Amon-Ra. Like, I think he's that important. Like, he's an absolute, what doesn't he do? Like, everything you mentioned, and again, I don't want to make this a fight about Amon-Ra St. Brown, put him down to lift up Brian Branch, but literally everything Brian Branch does is everything you could ever want and more. I mean, you saw that stat sheet. The only thing missing from it was an interception, but guess what? He forced a turnover with a fumble. So, really, a fumble interception doesn't matter how you cause a turnover. You cause the turnover. Yeah. What didn't he do? This guy is just a complete package and absolutely a once-in-a-generation player.
Yeah, I think I saw something amongst all linebackers and defensive backs. He's number 1 in pressure percentage, like when he decides to blitz and get after the quarterback. I want to say it was somewhere like 45% or something like that.
He's so good, dude.
Unreal instincts.
He's one of the ones, man. And like you said, that's a great great way to set up next week. You got the matchup between the two top safeties in the league.
And
personally, I would take our guy because he's in the field more.
If Brad Holmes can get Brian Branch on a contract for less than what Kyle Hamilton makes, I'll never say anything bad about him.
You're a wizard. Shit, good luck.
Yeah, I know. You did it with J-Mo. All right, let's go to break. Let me tell you about playing.